Everything happens for a reason. Think about that for a moment. All your efforts, personal, professional, count, are the absolute slaves to some cosmically predetermined set of outcomes, as if we have no say in, let alone culpability, for the defining moments of our lives. If you want to live a life of purpose, begin by inverting the notion that everything happens for a reason. Redefine it, not as some futuristic explanation for a terrible tragedy or glorious achievement, but as validation for the deliberate choices that lead us to these critical junctures in the first place. A certain authority over fate, destiny, chance. Because things do happen for a reason, and that reason is you. To attain elite success, you must be willing to make the hard choices, do the unpleasant things, risk your most valuable assets, and do away with the shackles desired by society to limit us. Love, children, marriage, and above all, the uninvited imposition of lesser people's moral agendas. Because nothing worthwhile is ever achieved without sacrifice. And true greatness only comes to those willing to pursue it at any cost.
Recording has stopped.
Great, Paradise. Thank you. Quickly, we can get through everybody. Yay! Feedback for Paradise. We'll start with Allie. Yeah.
So beautiful and so menacing at the end. But at any cost, I was like, who did we kill? What show is this? And I want to see the next episode.
Does anyone know what show this is from? No? Paradise. Tell them quickly.
Okay, so first of all, you must go and see this. It is Renee Zellweger from the show called What If on Netflix. And it's the pilot episode.
Yeah, it's the voiceover at the beginning. Yes. Bella.
Okay, when she closed her eyes and raised her eyebrows, the question hung in her expression so much that you didn't even need to hear the words, and I love that. She was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, she took control right from the very beginning and built that suspense, right, Tiara?
Hi, Paradise. Great job. I one thing that stood out to me was you walking towards the camera at the end and looking dead into the camera. I really liked that. It felt like it was so personal, and it felt like you had made your point, like you had resolved everything very appropriately, and I really liked that.
Great. Alexia.
You gave it a very wonderfully sinister tone.
Yes.
Especially when you were talking about sacrifice. It was very, very convincing, but also slightly terrifying.
Great note. Thanks, Alexia. Clint.
I wrote sinister undertone down as I was watching it, and I liked the fact that it left me kind of guessing. I felt like maybe I'm not getting this in the beginning because I'm like, wow, this is kind of creepy. And as it builds, you're kind of giving that away, but you didn't sell it too hard in the beginning, so it really paid off well at the end.
Yes. Kit.
All right, so here's the thing. When we take these acting classes, we feel that we're supposed to be characters that are kind of natural and normal people and stuff, but this is a life coach. I mean, especially with the backdrop of you and your website behind it. I'm like, these are the calculated mannerisms of these life coaches who appear on stage and tell you how to raise $1 million, how they achieve your dreams. And so, like, it's not inauthentic in a way. It's like this way presidents get coached to how to give speeches. Like this is the tools of the job.
Right.
The fact that she changed her spatial position like every minute or so, which is a trick to maintain the attention of the audience. Like this very calculated, very professional. Which is another form of acting that we don't normally think of as acting. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, wearing a suit at work is a form of drag. It's like professional drag. This is how you feel. So I got less of a sense of the sinister, because I'm like, I just paid $1,000 to get a seat at this seminar, and this woman is gonna teach me how to succeed. That's the impression I got.
Perfect. Randy.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say it was fun. I just think you engaged us at such a deep level. I was ready to keep going with it. In particular, I like some of the words you emphasized, like validation and only. Yeah, it just captivated us. And I like Kit said, I like the pacing back and forth and the switch from side to side. And I really, really liked your hand gestures that were kind of this like TED Talk political type of feel. So yes, amazing.
Gina.
I loved it. I have to say that what strikes me, or what I like the most, is your voice. You have such a beautiful voice, and the way that you used it, it was soothing and like calming, but at the same time with that message of strength underneath. It was just a great contrast.
Yeah, and great. The sound was perfect, Paradise. I don't know how, in terms of the mic, that was great. Caitlin.
Oh my God, fantastic! It was like Scientology, and I loved when Paradise. When you said the words love, family, marriage, there was that hint of disgust behind it that wasn't too much, that I loved. It was like an evil aura when you said those words that are normally positive and happy.
Alex.
I was just enjoying the whole Bond villain thing going. I mean, what a great smile, while at the same time she's basically saying, I'm gonna kill you.
Great. Cody.
Yeah, I want to say you owned this part. I didn't realize until after you said where it was from, but I know the story of this character, and you played her right.
Great. Caesar.
I can. It was so great. I guess people said the way you just kind of overtook the whole space, you like transcended it. It was incredible.
Hey, Bella.
Oh, I already went.
Oh, you did. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Alexandra.
That was lovely. I was not familiar with that show or any of that at all. And the entire time I was just thinking that that was something that you personally wrote because you were so connected to it. It just felt so incredibly moving and believable.
Wow. Great. Olivia.
I really liked how the way she was talking was like taking me along with her. At the same time, like things were really uncertain. It was, like Alex said, I haven't seen the show either, so like the menacing undertones made me think, okay, is this like going to be like some sort of like ghost mystery, like murder? It's like really, it was very enticing. I really liked how she came across. It was beautiful.
Nick. Great. Nick.
Yeah, and she not only owned her pauses, she made us own them too.
Oh, wow. I like that. Nice. Nyla.
Honestly, if you hadn't mentioned the thing about Renee Zellweger, I thought this was just something that you had written for yourself, and just with your post in the back of the mic, and just it was perfect.
Yeah, and Audrey.
Yeah, I agree with what everyone said, and just how like your set and surroundings was so perfectly put together that I thought it was original. And same with like the calm and kind of control in your voice that made it so menacing and powerful.
Yeah, and William.
I also thought that it was something you wrote, Paradise, and just the fact that every time you said that you're gonna change our lives and sacrifice, I loved how you pace forward. It's like you're grabbing us by the hand, and we're like, I'm gonna have to change. Forget all the other stuff. This is it. I love it.
Perfect. Great. Thank you all. Terrific. Fabulous.